Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about getting to know plants. Go outside and observe all the plants around you. Do you see that some plants are small, some very big, while some are just patches of green on the soil? Some have green leaves, while some others have reddish ones. Some have huge red flowers. Some have tiny blue ones, while some have none. We do see a variety of plants existing all around us. Near our home, in the school ground, on the way to the school, in the parks and gardens is not it. Let us get to know the different part of any plants. This will help us understand the difference between plants of different kinds. Can you label the stem, branches, roots, leaves and flowers of the plant? Color the part of the plant. Let us now go on the nature walk. Make friends with many different kind of plants and examine them closely.
Flowering plants. Plants which bear flowers are called flowering plants. Their bodies are divided into roots, stem, leaves and bearing flowers and fruits. Herbs, shrubs and trees. Plants are usually grouped into herbs, shrubs and trees on the basis of their height, stem and branches. Herbs. Plants with green and tender stem are called herbs. They are usually short and sometimes do not have branches. Shrubs. Some plants have branches arising from the base of the stem. The stem is hard but not very thick. They are called shrubs. Trees. Some plants are very tall and have hard and thick stem. They have branches arising from the upper part of the stem. They are called trees. See the picture? Herb, shrub, tree. Creepers and climbers. The stem of some plants are very thin and weak. They either lie on the ground or need support to stand up. They are called creepers and climbers respectively. Stem. It bears leaves, buds, flowers, fruits, etc. The stem conducts water from the roots to the leaves and to the other part and food from leaves to the root and other part of the plant. Potato, yam, ginger, onion, etc. though present in the soil are actually stem and stored food within them. That's called as a modification underground stem. Ginger, onion and potato. Leaf. Leaves has a variety of shapes, size and other structure. Venation. The pattern of vines and vinelets on the leaves is called venation. Vines. Thread-like structure in the leaves forming a network. See the picture? The leaf, the base called petiole, the edge called lamina. Midrib, it is a thick vein in the middle of the leaf. Type of venation. Two types of venation are found. Reticulate. If the venation is in net-like appearance on both sides of midrib, it is called reticulate. For example, pepple in dicotyledon. Parallel. The leaves of grasses, the vines and vinelets are parallel to one and another. Such a venation is called parallel. In all monocotyledons having parallel venation. Node. Place where leaves and branches are joined to stem are called node. Internodes. The part of stem between the two nodes is called internode. See the picture? The a reticulate venation in dicotyledon, the central region called as a midrib, the another one monocotyledons, this is called as a parallel venation. See the node and internode of the plants. Internode means two leaf between the gap called as the internode. The leaf is arising from the node. The terminal called as a axillary buds. Function of leaves. Transpiration. It is the process of evaporation of water from the surface of leaves. Photosynthesis. Green leaves synthesize food with the help of sunlight, air and water by a process called photosynthesis. Roots. Roots are mostly the underground part of the plant. They absorb water and minerals from the soil. They hold the soil firmly to keep the plant upright. Some roots stored food and became pulp. For example, the modification of root in the beetroot, carrot and sweet potato. Roots are of two types, fibrous root and taproot. Fibrous root present in monocotyledon, in taproot system present in dicotyledon. Fibrous root in the plants like grass, the branch of the roots come out from the base of the stem. Such roots are known as fibrous roots. Taproots. In some plant, the branches of the root arise from a thick structure under the ground which is called the main or primary root. Such root are called taproot. Root hair, the fine hair-like structure and the branches of root or root hair. Lateral roots, the smaller roots on a taproot are called lateral roots. Plants having leaves with reticulate venation have taproot, and plants having leaves with a parallel venation have fibrous root. Flowers. It is usually the most attractive part of a plant, also called modified shoot. Sepals, petals, stamens and pistil are the main part of the flower. These four parts is present in the flower. That flower called as a complete flower. See the picture? The receptacle, the sepal, petal, stamen, uh, pistil. Pistil is consist of female reproductive organs. Stamen present for male reproductive organs. The female reproductive organs, that's called as a ovule. Part of the flower are usually present the right or whorls. Pedicel, the stalk that join a flower to the plant, is called the pedicel. Sepals, it is the outermost whole of the flower. Often they are small, green leaf-like structure. They protect the inner part of a flower while it is still a bud. Petals, inside the sepal there is the whorl of petals. Different flowers have petals of different colors. Some flowers have sweet smelling petals. With its color and fragrance, the petals attract not only the human being but also the insect and the birds. Stamens, these are 4 to 6 in the number and are male reproductive part of a flower. Each stamen is made up of two parts, filament and the anther. Anther contains pollen grains. Pistil, it is the innermost part of a flower. Ovary can be divided into three parts, stigma, style and ovary. Ovary may further be divided into locule. Locules contain ovules. See the picture? The male reproductive organs and female reproductive organ also occur. The female reproductive organ, stigma, style and ovary. The male reproductive organs, anther, also the upper portion of the flower. See the part of the flower: sepal, petal, stamen, anther and carpel. Sepals are green, petal are attractive colors, stamen, the filament also there attached to the anther, and carpel, the ovary also present. Conduct the water and minerals or transport of leaves and other part of the plant attached to the stem. Petiole, the part of the leaf by which is attached to the stem, is called petiole. Lamina, the broad green part of leaf, is called lamina. Ovules, the small bed-like structure inside the ovary, are called ovules. Climbers, some plants with weak stem need support to go upright. These are called climbers. Conduct to carry a substance from one place to other is called conduct. Creepers, some plants with weak stem lie on the ground. These are called creepers. Fibrous root, root in which may branches come out from the base of the stem, are called fibrous root. Herbs, plants with green and tender stem, are called herbs. Lamina, the broad green part of the leaf, is called lamina. Lateral roots, smaller roots which arise from the main root in the taproot system, are called lateral roots. Midrib, the thick vein in the middle of the leaf, is called the midrib. Ovule, small bed-like structure attached to the inner wall of the ovary, are called ovule. Parallel venation, in the leaves of grass, veins are parallel to one another. This is called a parallel venation. Petal, This is the prominent part of open flower. Different flowers have petals of different colors and of different forms. Petiole, the part of the leaf by which it is attached to the stem, is called petiole. Photosynthesis, a process by which green plants make their food from sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water, is called photosynthesis. Pistil, innermost part of a flower is called pistil. It is female reproductive part of flower. Reticulate venation, when the veins are vinelets from the net-like design in both sides of midrib, the venation is called reticulate venation. Sepal, sepal protects the inner part of flowers when it is a bud. Shrub, some plants have branches arising from the base of the stem to make bushy appearance. The stem is hard but not very thick. They are called shrub. Stamen. Stamen are the male reproductive part of flower. The taproot. The root system in which a single root arises from the base of stem with secondary and tertiary branches is called a taproot system. Transpiration. The loss of water in the form of vapors from the stomata on leaves is called transpiration. Tree. The tall plants with a hard, thick and woody stem are called tree. Vines, thread-like structure in leaf are called vines. Root system. There are two main types of root system, taproot and fibrous system. See the picture? The taproot system, a single root, comes out from the seed after germination. Taproot also called true roots. Later, smaller root called lateral roots branch out from this primary root. Mango, neem, pine, sesame, pea, carrot, radish, turnip and beetroot are example of plants in which tap roots are found. Fibrous root system. Fibrous root which grows from the base of the stem have the bushy appearance. The roots are thin and almost equal in size. Grass, maize, wheat, onion, sugarcane and rice are example of plants with fibrous root in all monocotyledons. See the picture? Function of roots. Some function of roots are given below. Anchor the plant's root. Help to anchor the plant firmly into the ground. Absorption of water and nutrients from the soil. They help plant to absorb water and nutrients from the soil, which are essential for their survival. Desert plants have relatively longer roots because they penetrate deep into the soil in search of water. Preventing soil erosion, they help to bind the soil particles together, thereby preventing them from being carried away by water or wind. Sometimes roots are modified to perform various other functions like reproduction, nutrition. Root modification. Roots of some plants are modified to perform additional function. Let us study some of these modification and their functions. The first one, storage of food. The root of some plant like radish, carrot, turnip, sweet potato and beetroot become freshly. And the second one, For multiplication root of plants like dahlia and asparagus can develop into new plants. For nutrition, plants like dodder have specialized root called parasitic root arising from their stem, which help them to absorb water and nutrients from the host. The fourth one, for climbing, some plants have climbing roots that help the plant to climb up a support like a wall, rock, or tree. Example, money plants, black pepper, and piper beetle. For extra support root of plants like bamboo, sugarcane, and banyan give out extra root for their branches. These roots grow downward and give extra support of the stem of plant. These are called prop root. The shoot system. All part of plant that are above the ground from the shoot system. It includes stem, leaf, flower, and fruit. Stem. The stem is very important part of the plant. Function of stem. It holds leaves in position and help them to spread out as the stem and its branches grow. This ensures that they get enough light for photosynthesis. It bears flowers, bud, leaves, and fruits. It conducts water and mineral salt from the root of the leaves. Similarly, it carries the food manufactured by the leaves to other part of the plant. A green stem has chlorophyll and can carry out photosynthesis. It has nodes from which leaves arise. The space between two nodes is called an internode. See the picture, a stem showing the nodes and internodes. The arising branches, that place called as a node. The leaf arising from the stem, that's called node. The two leaves in between the gap called as a internodes. Stem modification. Stem of certain plants are modified to perform special function. Some of the modification and their function are given below. For storage of water, stem of plants like cactus and jadis swell up to store water in them. To manufacture food, stem of some plants become leaf-like and flattened and like that on a cactus and perform photosynthesis. See the picture, the pickle on the rose stem. For production, stem may be modified as thorn like in bougainvillea, or may be in the form of hard and sharp prickles as in rose to protect the plant from being eaten by animals. For support, stem of some climbers like grapes and passion flower are modified to form special structure called tendril. These help the climber plants like which have weak stem attach themselves to other for support. See the picture of stem tendrils. For storage of food, potato, onion, and ginger are modified stem that stored food. There are three kind of underground stem: tubers, rhizome, and bulbs. For multiplication of the plant, rhizome, bulbs, and tubers also help the multiplication of plants. Stem cutting of some plants like rose, jasmine, and hibiscus grow into a new plants. See the picture, the potato, the onion bulb, and ginger rhizome. Leaves. Leaves are known for a food factory or plant. They arise from at the node of the stem and have characteristic shape and size. Let us study in different parts. See, the flat green portion of the leaf is called leaf blade or lamina. See, the petiole is a narrow stalk-like structure that connected the leaf of the stem. A network of branching vines from the supporting framework and are also serve to transport raw materials and manufacture food into and out of the lamina. Midrib, a conduction of the petiole, is the central vines of the leaves. Smaller vines grow from the midrib. The arrangement of vines in a leaf is termed as venation. Venation of two types, parallel and reticulate. If the veins run parallel to one another from the base of the tip of the leaf, the leaf is said to have parallel venation. Example, banana and onion. If the vines are arranged in a net-like pattern on both sides of the midrib, the leaf is said to have reticulate venation. Example, apple and mango. See the picture, types of venation: parallel and reticulate. Function of the leaf. The leaf performs various important functions for the plant. It is usually green due to the presence of a green pigment called chlorophyll. A leaf prepares food for the plants. The process of making food by the plant using carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll and light is called photosynthesis. See the equation: carbon dioxide plus water, it gives rise to food plus oxygen. Plants stored food in the leaves, fruits and stem in the form of starch. Plants breathe with the help of their leaves. The leaves of most plants have tiny opening called stomata, singular stoma, under their surface. The exchanging of gases take place through the stomata. Leaves also lose water through the stomata. The loss of water through the stomata is called transpiration. Transpiration helps the plant in the following way. It helps in cooling the leaves, just as loss of water during sweating helps keeping our bodies cool. During transpiration, move waters pulled upwards from the roots to compensate for the lost water. This water brings along important nutrients from the root, which are required by the leaf. Thus, transpiration helps the transport of nutrient within the plant. See the electron microscopic picture. The stomata, a opening stomata, leaf modification. The leaves of some plants are modified to form special structure called tendril. Tendril help plants to attach themselves to support. Plant having tendril are generally climber. For production, leaves of certain plants get modified to form spine. Spines also reduce the amount of water loss for the plant. Flowers, fruit and seed. A flower is the reproductive organ of plant. Show the part of flower. See the figure, diagrammatic representation of a typical flower. Stamen are the male reproductive part of flower. Each stamen has two parts, a thin stalk called as a filament and the knob-like structure called anther. The anther produces a powdery substance called pollen. And carpel or pistil is the female reproductive part of flower. It has three parts, a sticky top portion called stigma, and elongated base called as the ovary, and stalk are called as a style. They connect ovary and stigma. The ovary contains a ball-like structure called ovules, which later became seed. Petals are colorful structure that surround the inner part of the flower. Sepal are the green, leaf-like structure at the base of the flower. Sepal protect the flowering during the development and support the petal with the flowering blooms. Besides providing with a food and several useful product, plants help the maintenance delicate balance of gases in nature. It is therefore important to protect and conserve our green areas. Pollination. For a flower to develop into a fruit and form seed, pollen grains must be transferred from its anther to stigma. For self-pollination, the anther is go long, the stigma is reduced using for the self-pollination. Cross-pollination means the pollen is crossed between one flower to another one flower. That's called as a cross-pollination. The transfer of pollen grains from an anther to stigma is called pollination. Many flowers are brightly colored and have a sweet smell to attract the insect like bees. When the insects sit on the flower, the pollen grains stick to the body and may get rubbed off when it sit on the another flower. This help in pollination. See the picture, insect as a pollinating agent. Air pollination. After pollination, the ovule changing into seed as seed from the ovary develop into the fruit. Show the structure of a bean seed under suitable condition. Available of sufficient water, air and warmth, a seed became a baby plants. Seed inside the apple. Seed coat protect the embryo. Hole allow the water into the seed. Embryo containing a young root and shoot which develop into the baby plant. Cotyledon containing the food for the baby plant. The outside of the seed and inside of the seed. Node. Part of the stem from where the leaves arise is called node. Internode. The distance between the two nodes is called the internode. Venation. The arrangements of vines and the leaves called as venation. Transpiration. The loss of water through the stomata is called transpiration. Stamen. The male part of the flower is called stamen. Carpel. Female part of the flower is called carpel. Pollination. Transfer of pollen grains from the anther to stigma is called pollination. Seed coat. The outer covering of the seed is called seed coat. The part of the remain under the ground from the root system. The part above the ground, stem, leaves, flowers and fruits from the shoot system. There are two main types of root system, taproot system and fibrous root system. Roots may be modified for support, storage of food, propagation, etc. Stem may be modified for support, production, photosynthesis, food storage and reproduction. Leaves are green because they have a green pigment called chlorophyll. Green leaves manufacture their food with the help of carbon dioxide, water and light. Flower is the reproductive organs of plants. flowers have petals, sepal, stamen and carpel. The pollen grains need to be transferred to the stigma from the anther of the flower for pollination. The seed has the embryo which develop into a new plants under the suitable condition. We are going to discuss some adjective questions. The plants which have branches at the base are option A herbs, B shrubs, C creepers, D tree. The exact answer B shrubs. Question number 2. Which plant is the example of a herb? Mango, China rose, wheat and none of this. Wheat. The answer C wheat. Question number 3. A plant with weak stem is A mint, B sunflower, C lemon, D China rose. The answer A mint. Question number 4. The plant which take the support of the neighboring structure and climbs up is option A tree, B shrub, C creepers, D climber. The answer D climber. Question number 5. The part of the plant which grow above the ground is dash. A shoot system, B root system, C both A and B, D none of these. Option D none. Question number 6. The part of the stem in between two successive nodes is A pistil, B root, C node, D internode. The answer internode. 7th question. The root, stem, leaves constitute the dash part of the plant body. A vegetative, B reproductive, C both A and B, D none. Option C both A and B. Question number 8. Flower and fruit and seed constitute the dash part of the plant body. A vegetative, B reproductive, C both A and B, D none. The answer C both A and B. Question number 9. The part of the plant which prevents soil erosion. A stem, B flower, C root, D leaves. C root is the correct answer. Question number 10. Banana has dash root. Tap root, lateral root, fibrous, none. The answer none of these. Question number 11. Which of the following has tap root? A wheat, B mango, C tulsi, D both A and B. Option B and C, the correct answer. Question number 12. Shoot system developed from dash of the baby plant of embryo. A cotyledon, B roots, C callus, D plumule. The answer C callus. Question number 13. Example of an incomplete flower is A. B, P, B. China rose, C. Date palm, D. Mustard. P. When the flower has all the set of holes, it is described as the flower. A. Complete, B. Incomplete, C. Zygomorphic, D. Actinomorphic. Option A. Complete flower. Question number 15. Dash bud helps in the lengthwise growth of the plant. A. Apical, B. Axillary, C. Both A and B, D. None of this. The answer A. Apical. Thank you.